This is Hot Mic, 5 VO tips in under 5 minutes. I'm Andrew Scott, and today I'm giving you 5 tips that'll help you speed up long editing projects. One of the most attractive things about home voice work is that you can make a decent amount of money in a relatively short time. I mean, jumping into a little boxer closet and making $100 for 60 seconds of your voice is pretty cool. But that all goes out the window when you're getting paid $100 per finished hour on an audiobook, and it takes you 8 hours to produce 1 hour of audio. Now you're earning $12.50 an hour? Nah. That's why maximizing your workflow is critical to your bottom line. So here are 5 tips or techniques that will help you maximize your editing time so you can minimize, well, your editing time. Number 5, the dog clicker. So if you're the kind that records a full session solo, just running at things and then doing a standalone editing session, you're likely spending the majority of your editing time wading through all the takes and post, looking at waveforms like there was some kind of alien roadmap, trying to find that one good take. This is a tried and true low-cost technique that really helps you find the good and skip over the bad, using a cheap plastic dog training clicker or even something like a goofy party buzzer. It helps you delineate your recording sessions sonically, but visually, using single and double clicks to mark takes and passages in a way that allows you to actually see them in the waveform. There's a link in the description to a video that shows you just how to do that. But why am I not showing you? Simple. Here's my technique. Number 4, roll with the changes. You don't need to edit out what's not there, right? Recording in a style called punch and roll really speeds up the editing process by allowing you to scrub back over screw-ups and flubbed lines and automatically start recording over the error, punching in right before it happens. Now, the majority of DAWs support this style of recording, and each does it a little bit differently, but it's 100% worth investigating this technique and learning how to do it. There's even a tool that makes this technique even easier, and that is number 3, a DAW control surface. A control surface is just a fancy way of saying gadget. A control surface allows you to operate a lot of your DAW's functions manually without having to use your mouse or even see your computer screen. There are a number of manufacturers to choose from in many styles and sizes, but the key thing to be aware of is that these gadgets work by way of MIDI signals, and that can bring up some nasty system compatibility issues. So just make sure to check that they'll work with your setup. I did a video on how I used mine that you can see here, but they sure do make punch and roll a breeze without having to touch your mouse at all. But let's not leave that little guy or, girl out of the mix, because a mouse can still really help you out. And here's how. Number 2, multi-function mice. Whether you're Mac OS or Windows or even Unix, there are more options to mice these days than just one button or 2, and some can really speed up the editing process. Something like a multi-key gaming mouse can allow you to choose common edit functions like mute, strip silence, and the biggie, ripple delete. And for you Mac Magic Mouse people like me, look into mouse gestures and/or aftermarket tools like Better Touch Tool to reprogram your mouse to help you speed through that editing maze like a thoroughbred. Number 1, keyboard shortcuts. Welcome to the "this should go without saying, but here I am saying it" portion of the video. Without question, the number 1 thing you can do to speed up your editing process is to get intimately familiar with your DAW du jour's keyboard shortcuts. Often overlooked because it's just so much learning. It's the fastest way to the fastest edit. All that mouse movement to access drop-down menus and all that is time wasted, drawing down your per-hour earnings. So schooling yourself on the most used DAW editing functions and then their respective keyboard shortcuts is without question the best help you can be to yourself. And as a bonus, it's free. Well, there you have it. Those are 5 tips to speed up the editing process. Now, if you've gotten anything of value out of this video, do me a favor and do the like, subscribe, bell thing below, and maybe share this video to somebody you think it may help. And if you want any help with anything mentioned in this video, don't forget to join me and all your fellow booth campers over on the Booth Camp Discord. Until next time, this has been Hot Mike.